CinemaCon has kicked off in Las Vegas, and Sony making a huge splash here this evening as they unveiled 4 separate Beatles films that will be due in 2028. They're going to drop them all in April of that month. One on each member of the Beatles, and you see the 4 actors in front of you. Look at this here. This is from the stage there at CinemaCon in Las Vegas. Paul Mescal will be McCartney, Joseph Quinn, George, Keegan, Ringo, and Dickinson is going to be John Lennon. So there are your 4, really, you talk about up-and-coming actors, right? These are all pretty much A-listers at this point. I would say Quinn's probably the smallest of these 4, but he's rising quickly. What I think is interesting here is you're going to try to do 4 different Beatles movies, right? Each on one member, as I said at the top. But you're going to drop them in 1 month of April 2028. Sam Mendes directed. We love Sam Mendes, okay? Except for Empire of Light. That's a film that needs a better screenplay, but we love him as a technical director. So, yes, very excited to know that he is attached to this and he's making these. But it's going to be a challenge, right? 3 years from now, as we see theatrical in the state of really unknowing what's going to happen next, we're really getting by on tent poles right now, and that's not the best thing for the marketplace. So we shall see if this ambitious project goes through exactly the way that Mendes and Sony are thinking right now. We saw with Horizon, remember going back to last year, Warner Brothers, we're going to have Horizon Part 2 come out in a few weeks after 1. We still have not gotten 2, right? Didn't happen. So that is really curious as we look at this going forward. The other big update here from Vegas, from Sony, is Spider-Man Brand New Day. That is the next Tom Holland Spider-Man MCU event flick for July 31st of next year. So about a year and a half from now. And as you guys know, that's Sony's big deal. That's their cash cow, Spider-Man. So no surprise that that's exactly what we're going to get, another one. And so soon, as they now have the title, so we're going to get that thing up and running. Obviously, they have over a year and not much time. You talk about Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the finale of Lord and Miller's animated. Well, the last one was so great, wasn't it? This one's going to come out in 2027, Beyond the Spider-Verse. That's June 4th of 2027, so over 2 years from now. But remember, they had the initial finale scheduled for sooner, but then you had the strikes and everything. They wanted to make sure that they got the script right and the actors were away. And there's a lot of moving parts here that weren't ready to go. I would always recommend you err on the side of caution when it comes to making something like this. You don't want to rush it and not have something as stellar as that second one was. So that is another exciting event coming to you from Sony, as this whole week is CinemaCon. Tonight, Sony. Tomorrow, throughout the week, we'll get Warner Brothers, Paramount, Disney. Everybody's there, and they are trying to get theatrical pumped up again. And that's really what we want to see, right? As MMT's main mission here is to get theatrical really humming and get it back to where we were, even back to Barbenheimer. Really in a lull right now, but we'll see how the next few weeks go. And these are all very promising projects led by the Beatles and Spider-Man here. As we'll have updates throughout the week, we'll have Scott Menzel live from Vegas coming up on Thursday night here on MMT. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.